Hey friends, welcome back to College Sports Corner. I'm Barry. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you had a great New Year's too. Hope you didn't overdo it with, adult beverages, all that good stuff. We had some great bowl games yesterday. We had some great basketball games. We're going to go all over that. We're going to go over everything that happened since Wednesday. Anyway, before we start, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, hit that little subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And with that, we got a lot to get to, so let's get underway. Start with some news. Your college football national championship is set. Alabama versus Georgia. I really didn't think it would be Alabama versus Georgia. I figured Cincinnati and Michigan would put up a better fight, but they didn't. So we have a rematch of the SEC championship game. I'm okay with it, I guess. I'll watch it. Not too overly excited about it, but anyway, hey, it's a national championship game, so I'll watch it anyway. So anyway, there it is. Okay, we have a couple of items here that are related, these next two items. Last night in the Sugar Bowl, Matt Corral, he didn't opt out of the game. He decided he was going to play. Got hurt. I believe it was in the first quarter, if I remember right. Went out with a leg injury, came back out on crutches. So that brought up the whole big fight, or whatever you want to call it, discussion, players opting out. Even so, Kurt Herbstreit said, I believe it was on game day, players who opt out of bowl games don't love football. Now, he's entitled to his opinion just like everybody else. I think he got a little wrong. They love football. That's why they're opting out, because they want to make football their career. They want to go on to the pros, make a living out of it, and then, do whatever afterwards, coaching, TV, or whatever. But I wish players wouldn't opt out. I understand why they do, but there's people like me. I'm sure there's a bunch of you out there don't give a rat's ass about the NFL. I used to love the NFL when the Oilers left Houston, because I live outside of Houston. I was heartbroken. I watched it casually, and then when the whole Leonard Little thing happened 20 years ago, I said, screw the NFL. I'm done with this sport. If you can kill people and keep playing, I don't want nothing to do with you. But anyway, I wish players would play in their bowl games. I want to see them one last time. I understand why they don't, because, there's always that chance of having that football-ending injury, and that's it. You're done. The sport you love, you can't play it anymore. Being that said, I was really looking forward. The one I was really looking forward to the most was the Peach Bowl with Pittsburgh and Michigan State. I want to see Kenny Pickett. I want to see Kenneth Walker. They opted out. I was kind of bummed about it, but I watched it anyway. It's still a good game. But, yeah, my personal feeling is I wish they would play, but at the same time, I understand why they don't. And I think Matt Corral is going to be all right. I think I've seen that it's not some kind of football-ending injury. So good for him. Keep praying for him, wishing him well. So with that said, yeah, I wish they'd play, but I can understand why they don't. They're looking at their future. I understand that. All right, moving on. North Carolina, Sam Howell, he says he's declaring for the NFL draft. North Carolina, boy, they were ranked number 10 at the beginning of the season, and we all thought with him at the helm they were going to be badass. Didn't quite work out for him that way, but anyway, he says he's done. He's going to the NFL, so good luck to him. Here's a little basketball news I found. Mizzou women's basketball team, they beat number 1 South Carolina women's basketball team, and Mizzou only did it with 8 players in rotation because of COVID. That damn COVID BS is screwing things up. But, hey, they still won. They still beat the number 1 team. Congratulations to them. A couple bowl games left. We got Texas Bowl Tuesday night, LSU and Kansas State. Then we got the national championship game. Next Saturday, we do have I believe next Saturday, the FCS championship game for them. And then that's going to be it. I mean, you'll have the Senior Bowl and the East-West Shrine games like that. But after that, college football's done until the spring. Get some of those spring games. So enjoy it while it lasts, because it's almost done. Okay, basketball. Actually had quite a lot of basketball these last few days, even though a lot of programs are on pause because of that COVID BS. But anyway, number 10 Wednesday, number 10 Michigan State 81, High Point 68. This was a 1-point game at the half. Gabe Brown for Michigan State, 33 minutes, 24 points, 7 rebounds. And Jaden House for High Point, 29 minutes, 18 points, 4 rebounds. Air Force 49, Utah State 47. A.J. Walker for Air Force, 37 minutes, 16 points. Justin Bean for Utah State, 37 minutes, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Not too bad for him. Miami of Ohio, 91. Buffalo, 81. How you say that? Malik Larry for Miami of Ohio, 28 points. Day Grant, he came in second with 23 points. Buffalo's Josh Mbala, 36 minutes, 26 points, 17 rebounds, 5 block shots. It's pretty good. 2 other players also had 20 points or more for both Buffalo. Jacksonville 98, Carver Bible 45. Jacksonville had a 28-point lead at halftime. Tommy Bruner for Jacksonville, 23 points. 5 other players had double-digit points for Jacksonville. And the big score for Carver Bible, Bryson Scott with 14 points. Central Michigan 72, Kent State 69. Harrison Henderson, 18 points, 5 rebounds for Central Michigan. And Sincere Carey, 22 points, 5 rebounds for Kent State. Butler 63, DePaul 59, Mississippi State 81, Arkansas 68. Tolo Smith, 18 points, 6 rebounds for Mississippi State. And Stanley Umvee, I think that's how you say it. He was the leading scorer for Arkansas with 19 points. Number 3, Purdue, 104. Nichols, 90. Nichols gave him a little bit of a game there. For Purdue, Zach Edey, 21 points. And Jaden Ivey had 19 points. And Ty Gordon had 29 points for Nichols. And then Raji Lyons had 20 points. So that's probably why they kept up there with Purdue. Youngstown State 96, Defiance 56. Youngstown State had a 28-point lead at halftime. William Don, 14 points, 9 rebounds for Youngstown. And for Defiance, Dejan Beeman, 16 points. See if I can get my pages turned here. Stony Brook 87, Farmingdale State 57. Big one here, number 11 Auburn 70, number 16 I believe it is, LSU 55. Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler, 16 points each for Auburn. Xavier Pinson, 13 points for Louisiana, LSU. Bryant 80, Central Connecticut 76. Hall Elias for Bryant, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 5 block shots. Pretty good for him. Leader for Central Connecticut, Devontae Sweatman, 16 points. Leon 75, Northeastern, 62. Furman 81, Samford 49. Gardner Webb 77, Georgia 60. For Gardner Webb, Lance Terry, Zion Williams, and Jordan Sears all scored 14 points. And the leading scorer for Georgia, Braylon Bridges, 17 points. Indiana State 107, Midway 51. Indiana State had a 28-point lead at the half. Zach Hobbs, 23 points. Cooper Nees, 20 points. Raycon Evans had 21 points from Midway. Number 18, Kentucky 83, Missouri 56. Keon Brooks, 17 points, 9 rebounds for Kentucky. And Missouri leading scorers were Jaron Coleman and Amari Davis. They only had 10 points apiece. Lehigh 70, Eastern 63. Keith Higgins and Evan Taylor for Lehigh, 18 points each. And get this, Eastern's William Blett, 32 points, 7 rebounds, but somehow they still lost the game. UNCW 70, Delaware 68. Number 21 Providence 70, number 15 Seton Hall 65. Noah Horchler for Providence, 17 points, 13 rebounds, 6 block shots. Not too bad. Seton Hall's Alexis Yatna, 13 points. Wagner 72, St. Francis U 64. Syracuse 80, Cornell 68. Buddy Boheim for Syracuse, 22 points. And right behind him, Cole Swider had 21 points. Keller Boothby, 20 points for Cornell. Toledo 83, Western Michigan 56. JT Shummet for Toledo, 22 points, 11 rebounds. Pretty good night for him. And Western Michigan, the leader scorer, Lamar Norman, only had 10 points. William & Mary, 63. Hofstra, 62. VMI, 80. Wolford, 73. Sacred Heart, 69. LIU Brooklyn, 65. Hey, for LIU Brooklyn, Ty Flowers, 36 points. He accompanied that with 8 rebounds, but 36 points. Had he just scored 4 more, he might have tied him, and then could have been overtime. But hell of a game for Ty Flowers. Merrimack, 74. St. Francis Brooklyn, 64. Get my pages turned here. Morehead State, 63. Eastern Illinois, 50. Johnny Brome for Morehead State, 21 points, 10 rebounds. And then Eastern Illinois, C.J. Lane, he didn't have too bad of a night, 20 points, 6 rebounds. Number 6, Kansas, 88. Nevada, 61. Christian Broad for Kansas was leader with 22 points. Louisville, 73. Wake Forest, 69. Texas A&M, 85. Central Arkansas, 59. Quentin Jackson for Texas A&M, 31 points, 7 rebounds. And leading scorers for Central Arkansas, Cameron Hunter, Colin Cooper, 12 points each. Tulane, 85. Memphis, 84. 1-point game. Jalen Cook for Tulane had 25 points. SMU, 74. Tulsa, 69. Kendrick Davis for SMU, 26 points. Leading scorer for Tulsa, Sam Griffin, had 14 points. 24 Wisconsin, 89. Illinois State, 85. St. Thomas, Minnesota, 97. North Central, Minnesota, 45. Iowa, 92. Western Illinois, 71. Iowa had a 20-point lead at halftime. Keegan Murray led the way, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocked shots. Where Southern Illinois' Trenton Mesner, he scored 20 points. Alabama, number 19, Alabama, 73. 14, Tennessee, 68. This game was tied at 33 at the halftime. Nick Gurley for Alabama led the way, 20 points, 10 rebounds. Oliver Naramhov, I think that's how you say it, Tennessee, 15 points, 9 rebounds. BYU, 65. Westminster, 53. Miami, 91. NC State, 83. Wednesday, 32 games were either canceled or postponed because of this COVID crap. Getting on my nerves. Thursday, McNeese, 115. Ecclesia, I think that's how you say it. I've never heard of this school. Ecclesia, 66. Rutgers, 80. Maine, 64. Missouri State, 103. Evangel, 56. Stetson, 77. Point University, 65. Point University's Lorenzo Freeman. Even though they lost, he still had 28 points. Louisiana, 71. Appalachian State, 55. Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns had a 24-point lead at the half. Their leading scorer was Jordan Brown with 16 points. He had 8 rebounds. And App State's Adrian Delph, 17 points, 7 rebounds. Central Florida, 85. Michigan, 71. This is a 4-point game at the half. And Central Florida's Darren Green, 27 points. And the next guy behind him, Brandon Mahan, 26 points. Eli Brooks for Michigan was the leader, 18 points. And behind him was Devontae Jones with 17 points. Cleveland State, 90. IPFW, 81. Coastal Carolina, 94. La Monroe, 64. Old Dominion, 82. Florida International, 77. Fordham, 69. LaSalle, 61. Clifton Moore for LaSalle, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 5 blocked shots. Maryland, 81. Brown, 67. Tamanang Choi, I think that's how you say it, for Brown, 25 points, 7 rebounds. Oakland, 79. Robert Morris, 61. Presbyterian, 91. Trevitt McConnell, 49. Presbyterian had a 23-point lead at the half. St. Joseph's, 83. Richmond, 56. Let's see what else we got here. Chattanooga, 82. East Tennessee State, 52. Wright State, 80. Milwaukee, 75. DeAndre Golston from Milwaukee, 26 points, 6 rebounds. Kennesaw State 108 and Tooka Falls. Never heard of them. Tooka Falls. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, they lost to Kennesaw State. Northern Kentucky 74, Green Bay 74, 79 to 74. Little Rock 78, Georgia Southern 66. Nicole Merrick for Little Rock 24 points, 8 rebounds. UAB 75, UTEP 62. Michael Ertall for UAB 25 points. And Solveig Brown for UTEP. He had a decent game, 20.7 rebounds. Sam Houston 75, Lamar 64. So saving flag for Sam Houston, 22 points. And right behind him in second, DeMarcus Lampley, 20 points. Lincoln Smith for Lamar, he had 20 points, so he had a decent game. Grand Canyon 80, Chicago State 63. Jovan Blackshear for Grand Canyon, 24 points, 6 rebounds. And Ali Abdul Diba for Chicago State, 21.7 rebounds, not too bad. Oral Roberts 83, Denver 66. Max Abrams for Oral Roberts, he scored 24 points. Troy 78, Texas State 63. UT Arlington 89, South Alabama 87. That game actually went into overtime. And David Azor for UT Arlington had 30 points. Lipscomb 66, Alabama A&M 63. Abilene Christian 80, Utah Valley 76. South Dakota State 90, North Dakota State 86. Murray State 106. Southeast Missouri 81. Justice Hill from Murray State 26 points, and right behind him KJ Williams had 21 points. UT Martin 65, Austin Peay 62. KJ Simon for UT Martin had 26 points. Louisiana Tech 79, Marshall 56, Montana 78, Idaho State 54, Weber State 85, Montana State 75. Kobe McEwen for Weber State, 31 points. Pretty good. Oregon State 88, Utah 76, Southern Utah 64, Sacramento State 51, Tarleton State 83, Dixie State 69. Freddie Hicks for Tarleton State led the way with 27 points. Eastern Washington 63, Portland State 58. Cal State Fullerton 73, Bakersfield 67. UC San Diego 85, UC Santa Barbara 83. But Tony Rosak for UC San Diego, 34 points. Not too bad. All right, 31 games canceled or postponed because of why? COVID crap. All right, Friday, number 18, Kentucky 92, High Point 48. Liberty 91, Boise 60, Winthrop 70, Converse 40, Texas A&M Corpus Christi 101, Sul Ross State 49. Not sure where Sul Ross State is. Central Arkansas 119, Champion Christian 90 or 47. Central Arkansas was up on Champion Christian by 34 at the halftime. Bryant 85, Sacred Heart 82. Peter Kiss for Bryant, 33 points. Delaware 67, Charleston 66. New Orleans 94, Belhaven 54. William and Mary 71, Northeastern 70. Johnny Telfort for Northeastern, he had 21 points in that game. Once again, school I never know how to say since I was a kid. Quinnipiac 77, Niagara 68. Merrimack 82, LIU Brooklyn 77. Eastern Kentucky 106, Alice Lloyd 52. Devontae Blanton for Eastern Kentucky, 29 points, 13 rebounds. Central Connecticut State 67, St. Francis of Brooklyn 55. Fairleigh Dixon 70, St. Francis U 62. 10 games on Friday were postponed or canceled because COVID BS. All right, even though we have bowl games Friday and Saturday we had a lot of basketball games too. Creighton 75, Marquette 69, number 17 Texas 74, West Virginia 59, Memphis 82, Wichita State 64. Boston University 63, Bucknell 61. Andrew Funk from Bucknell had 25 points. VMI 76, Furman 67. Jake Stevens for VMI 23 points, 8 rebounds, 3 block shots. Akron 88, Buffalo 76. Ale from Akron 32 points, not too bad. Army 77, Loyola 74. Cam Spencer for Loyola, 26 points, 7 rebounds. Louisiana 65, Coastal Carolina 64. Florida International 95. St. Thomas of Florida 72. Navy 70, Holy Cross 56. Navy up 22 at the half in this one. Greg Summers 20 points for Navy. And Gerald Gates 17 points for Holy Cross. Number 1 Baylor 77, Iowa State 72. Kent State 66, Toledo 63. Louisiana Tech 74, Western Kentucky 73. Kenneth Lofton for La Tech, 22 points, 11 rebounds. And Cameron Justice for Western Kentucky, 22 points. Villanova, number 22, Villanova, 73. Seton Hall, 67. Colin Gillespie, 21 points for Villanova. Bryce Aiken, 22 points for Seton Hall. Wright State, 72. Green Bay, 69. Milwaukee, 61. Northern Kentucky, 55. UAB, 87. UTSA, 59. Jacob Germany for UTSA, 26 points, 10 rebounds. Pretty good night for him. 21 Providence, 70. DePaul, 53. Providence had a 25-point lead at the half. The number 1 scorer was Alijami Durham. He scored 17 points in that game. And for DePaul, Javon Freeman Liberty, 22 points for them. Montana State 60, Idaho State 40, Oakland 87, Youngstown State 72. Jamal Kane for Oakland, 23 points, 11 rebounds. And then Michael Akuchi for Youngstown, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 3 block shots. UT Arlington 62, Troy 57. David Azone for UT Arlington, 24 points in that game. St. Thomas of Minnesota 89, Western Illinois 66. Ohio State 59, Western Michigan 47. Lehigh 63, American 61. Evan Taylor for Lehigh, 25 points. Appalachian State 77, Louisiana Monroe 69. Adrian Delphi, again, scored 29 points for App State in that game. San Diego State 62, UNLV 55. Florida State 83, NC State 81. And Deron Sebron for NC State, 32 points. Eastern Washington 78, Northern Arizona 85. Linton Akalisi, I think that's how you say it, for Eastern Washington, 30 points, 11 rebounds. Utah Valley 77, Tarleton State 55. Arkansas State 74, Georgia Southern 56. Number 6, Kansas 76, George Mason 67. Jalen Comey Lands for Kansas, their leading scorer of that game, 20 points. Rutgers 79, Central Connecticut 48, and Rutgers had a 30-point lead at the half. Southeast Missouri 98, Austin Peay 79. For Southeast Missouri, Eric Reed Jr., 34 points, 8 rebounds. Ball State 81, Bowling Green 80. Miami 92, Wake Forest 84. New Mexico State, 78. Chicago State 61. I don't know why I was saying North. Maybe this is why. North Texas 75, Rice 43. Virginia 74, Syracuse 69. Buddy Boeheim for Syracuse in that loss still had 27 points. Tulane 68, Cincinnati 60. Tulane had a 23-point lead on them at the halftime. Oklahoma 71, Kansas State 69. Mark Smith for Kansas State, 25 points, 16 rebounds in that loss. Oral Roberts 107, Nebraska Omaha 62. Max Abrams led the way for Oral Roberts with 20 points, but 5 other players have double-digit points for Oral Roberts. And for Nebraska Omaha, their leading scorer was Frankie Fiddler with only 15 points. Montana 74, Weber State 72. Kobe McEwen for Weber, 24 points in that loss. Nevada 79, New Mexico 70, Northern Colorado 91, Southern Utah 81, and Northern Colorado's Drew Cuxhausen, 25 points on the game. Abilene Christian 64, Dixie State 50. Cameron Steele for Abilene Christian, 23 points, 10 rebounds. UC San Diego 72, Cal State Northridge 64. Oregon 79, Utah 66. Will Richardson for Oregon, 26 points. And right behind him was Jacob Young with 22 points. Utah's leading scorer, Brandon Carlson, 15 points. And we have 49 games postponed or canceled because of COVID BS. All right, let's get some of these bowl games now. We actually have some pretty good bowl games. Some of them are like, I'll watch them kind of type of game, and they're still decent. Duke's Mayo Bowl, South Carolina 38, North Carolina 21. For South Carolina, wide receiver James Bell, 5 catches, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns. He led the Gamecocks. And North Carolina, Sam Howell, 12 for 20, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Shane Beamer gets a whole bucket of mayo dumped on him for winning. Congratulations. Tax Slayer Bowl, Wake Forest. Actually, I think it's the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Wake Forest 38, Rutgers 10. Quarterback Sam Hartman for Wake Forest, 23 for 39, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns. Pretty good game for him. Justice Ellison, 9 carries, 59 yards, 1 touchdown. He led the rushing attack. And receiver A.T. Perry, 10 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. Kicker Nick Skiba, 12 points for the Demon Deacons. For Rutgers, Aaron Young had a 12-yard touchdown run, and Valentino Ambrosia, 28-yard field goal. Sun Bowl, Central Michigan 24, Washington State 21. Central Michigan was winning this game 21-0 at the half, and they let Washington State come back and score some points. For Central Michigan, Daniel Richardson, 16 for 29, 193 yards and a touchdown. Lou Nichols, 28 carries, 120 yards and a touchdown. Joel Wilson, 41 receiving yards and a touchdown. Victor Gabalis for Washington State, 11 for 23, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, not too bad. Travell Harris, he had a rushing touchdown for the Cougars. And Lincoln Victor, Deshaun Stribling, each had touchdown catches for Washington State. Okay, one of your CFP games, the Cotton Bowl. Alabama 27, Cincinnati 6. I will admit it, I picked Cincinnati to win this game. I know they had some games that were close, but so did Alabama. And I picked Cincy mainly because they were hungry. They won the proof of point. And Alabama just isn't the Alabama we've seen the last few years. But, hey, I was wrong. That's why I'm not coaching a football team. That's why I'm boring you on YouTube. All right, so Bryce Young, 17 for 28, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns. Damn good game for him. Brian Robinson, 25 carries, 198 yards. Ja'Cory Brooks, Slade Bolden, Cameron Latu, all touchdown catches for Alabama. Cincinnati quarterback Desmond Ridder, 17 for 32, 144 yards, 0 touchdowns, sacked 6 times by the Bama defense. Jerome Ford, 77 rushing yards. Michael Young, 55 receiving yards. And kicker Cole Smith, he kicked the 2 field goals, so Cincinnati would not get shut out. But yeah, really kind of disappointed that game. I thought Cincinnati would, they got the pressure of the world on them. I mean, I figured they'd come out swinging and fighting better than that, but it is what it is. All right, the other one that we have Friday night, the Orange Bowl, which, again, I picked the wrong team. I'll admit it. Georgia 34, Michigan 11. Georgia was up 27-3 at the half. And just like the last game, I was wrong. I was wrong in this one. I picked Michigan. But, hey, you live and learn. Stetson Bennett for Georgia had a pretty damn good game. 21 for 31, 310 yards, 3 touchdowns. Zamir Wright, he led the rushing attack with only 54 yards. James Cook, 3 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown. Brock Bowers, Jermaine Burton, and Donia Mitchell all had touchdown catches for Georgia. Michigan, 2 quarterbacks played. Cade McNamara went 11-19, 106 yards, 0 touchdowns, threw 2 picks. J.J. McCarthy came in, 7 for 17, 131 yards, and a touchdown. Hussein Haskins, disappointed in his game, 39 rushing yards. That was it. And Eric Ollie, 4 catches, 63 yards. So we go back to Georgia and Alabama in the championship game. Can Alabama beat them again? Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Usually these matchups between teams have met earlier in the year as opposed to, whatever. A lot of times that team that won the first time can't win the second time. So this is probably going to be interesting to see what happens in this one. Outback Bowl, Arkansas 24, Penn State 10. KJ Jefferson, 14 for 19, 90 yards, 0 touchdowns. But he rushed for 110 yards on 20 carries for a touchdown. Every time I looked up, that guy Jefferson, he was all over the place. Had a really good game. Raheem Sanders, 13 carries, 79 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. And kicker Cam Little, 6 points for Arkansas. Penn State, Sean Clifford, 14 for 32, 195 yards, touchdown. Two interceptions he did throw. And he led the rushing for Penn State with only 47 yards. Keandre Lambert-Smith, 3 catches, 74 yards and a touchdown. And Jake Pennegar, 33-yard field goal for Penn State. Penn State's got a lot of things they need to work out. They need to fix them in the spring if they want to be in contention for the Big Ten next fall. So, Citrus Bowl, Kentucky 20, Iowa 17. Quarterback Will Levis, 17 for 28, 233 yards, touchdown, interception, but he was sacked 6 times. Chris Rodriguez was back to being Chris Rodriguez, I thought. 20 rushes, 107 yards, touchdown, and he caught a touchdown pass. Chris Rodriguez has been, I don't know what you call it this year, but 1 minute he's up here, 1 minute he's here, 1 minute he's down here. Next week he's back up here. It's kind of up and down season, but it was good to see him have a good game. Kicker Matt Ruffalo, 8 points for Kentucky. Quarterback Spencer Petras for Iowa. A lot of heat on him on social media. I don't know. People are hating on him and all kinds of stuff. And then they're blaming the Iowa coaching staff. So there's a lot of frustrated Iowa fans, which I don't blame them. I would be too. But anyway, Spencer Petras, 19 for 30, 211 yards, touchdown, threw 3 interceptions. Gavin Williams, he led the rushing with 98 yards. Sam Laporta, 7 catches, 122 yards and a touchdown. Arlen Bruce, 20-yard TD run for Iowa. Here's another example of my bad picks, my bad bowl picks. Fiesta Bowl, Oklahoma State 37, Notre Dame 35, Notre Dame 28-14 at the half. And this game and quite a few others, it was the trend of a team kick ass in the first half, take no prisoners in the first half, no mercy in the first half, second half, take a nap. That happened in quite a few bowl games these last few days. Oklahoma State, Spencer Sanders, 31 for 51, 371 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he led the rushing attack for Oklahoma State, 125 rushing yards. Tay Martin, 10 catches, 104 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great game for him. Jordan Bray had a TD catch, and kicker Tanner Brown, 13 points. Notre Dame, Jack Kuhn, 38 for 68, 509 yards and 5 touchdowns. And they still didn't win. He was intercepted also. Logan Diggs led with 29 rushing yards. I mean, that's just crazy. Michael Mayer had 2 touchdown catches. Lorenzo Styles, Chris Tyree, and Kevin Austin each with TD catches for Notre Dame. But it didn't really help them all that much, did it? Okay, another one I was wrong about. I can admit when I'm wrong, man. I ain't got a problem with Ohio State 48, Utah 45. Utah up 35-21. I picked Utah in this game. Looked like they were going to do it, and the second half came around, and it was nap time. C.J. Stroud for Ohio State, 37-46, 573 yards and 6 touchdowns. Damn. And he threw an interception, but hey, with those other numbers, who gives a crap? Trevian Henderson, 17 carries, 83 rushing yards. Jackson Smith Najabi, I'm probably saying it wrong, but 15 catches, 347 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns. Freaking amazing. Marvin Harrison, 6 catches, 71 yards, 3 touchdowns. Amazing for him, too. And kicker Noah Ruggles, 12 points. Utah's quarterback Cameron Rising, 17 for 22, 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he ran for a touchdown. He was knocked out of the game, if I remember, mid to late third quarter. Didn't come back. Brayson Barnett came in, threw a touchdown pass. Tavian Thomas, 18 rushes, 67 yards and a touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, Britton Covey, Micah Bernard all had TD catches for Utah. Britton Covey also had a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Probably one of the better Rose Bowl games I've seen. I kind of got nervous at the end of it because I was like, they were both tied coming into the last few minutes of the fourth. I was like, great, we're going to get a 2 or 3 hour overtime game. I mean, I didn't want to see that crap. But luckily, Ohio State won, even though I picked Utah. All right, Sugar Bowl. Kind of started off slow. Kind of a slow, I'm not going to say lame, but slow, uninteresting game there for a while. Anyway, Baylor's Jerry Bohannon, 7 for 17, 40 yards, touchdown, threw a pick. Monterey Baldwin, 48-yard TD run, not too bad for him. Jaquan Thornton, he had the TD catch in the end zone. And Al Walcott, 96-yard pick 6. As we said a while ago, Matt Corral, he got knocked out. But before he got knocked out, 2 for 6, 10 yards, no TDs, threw an interception, sacked 3 times, and then came his injury. First, there's reports of an ankle injury, but now I think they're saying some kind of leg injury. But anyway, prayers to you, Matt. Hope you get better soon. You're going to have a great career in the NFL. Luke Altmaier, backup quarterback for Ole Miss, took over. If I was a Mississippi fan, I would not be worried about the quarterback position because he looked pretty damn good. I mean, he was 15 for 29, 174 yards, touchdown. He did throw 2 picks, but, I mean, let's face it, most quarterbacks throw 1 or 2 a game anyway. Now, he was sacked 6 times, so the O-line needs some work there. But at the quarterback position, if I'm an Ole Miss fan, people may be worried about what we're going to do when Corral leaves. I don't think you got to worry. Because when I saw this guy against the Baylor defense, he's still good. I mean, I would not be worried if I was a Mississippi fan. And Braylon Sanders, 37-yard touchdown catch. That is it. We will be back. It's either Thursday or Friday. We're going to cover everything that happened today, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Basketball, the one football game we have, and any news. Anyway, sucks. Holidays are over. No more days off or anything like that. So, another year comes and gone. We're in a new year. Only wish the best for you guys. Hope everything you want this new year you get. And anyway, we will see you back at the end of this week. Later.